Hi, this is Chelsey Lambert with Lex Tech Review, and I'm here with Matt Spiegel at the ABA Tech Show. And I'm so excited. Like, today is a huge day for you. I mean, technically we started yesterday, but I've been teaching marketing sessions this morning, and I'll be teaching another one this afternoon, mentioning Lawmatics, because it is one of the most innovative products to come out that solves a very specific problem in the law firm. And it is, how do you increase revenue without increasing the amount of work that you have to do to generate it? How do you constantly keep in touch with clients? How do you really streamline that front end of your office that really will make or break a law firm right from the start, no matter what size you are? So Matt, you want to tell me a little bit about what Lawmatics does?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So essentially what we are is a CRM intake and marketing automation tool. Marketing automation, I think, really being the key and being the part that's missing in the space. So you've got tons of practice management solutions. They are really good at what they do, and they always have sort of danced around the idea of having CRM tools and being a little bit of a CRM. They'll claim that they're a CRM, but really they're not, right? To be a CRM, you got to go pretty deep and focus just on that. The legal space doesn't really have anything like that. But what I think is required for a CRM to be really valuable is to tie it in with marketing automation. And what that really means is the ability to build journeys, customer journeys, client journeys, right? Someone comes into your law firm to be a potential new client, and you want to develop a process that will engage that client and give yourself the best chance of converting that lead from a lead to a client. That's the front part of it. And then the back end of it is using these automations to build journeys and campaigns that will take your old book of business and turn them into new business, which is a massive gap that all law firms are suffering from.
Low-hanging fruit right
Low-hanging fruit. They've got this big database. They want to do something with it, but they don't know what to do, and they're not doing anything. So we really help them activate those clients.
Fantastic. Well, and so we've been in marketing, we've been in the space for a long time, known you for a long time, but let's just kind of talk through for our audience and our readers what the definition of a journey or a campaign might be. So we talk about journeys and campaigns. So when we say journey, let's just kind of walk through an example. So I am a potential client and I fill out an intake form on your law firm's website. What does Lawmatics do from there?
Yeah, so really Lawmatics will do anything you want. And one thing that we'll do is we're actually going to work with you and try to understand what your current process is now. Is that following best practices? Or maybe we can make some suggestions on how to better that process. But then that consists of, well, what's the next step in their life cycle, right? So you've made a first contact. What do? Are you sending them an email? Are you scheduling a consultation? Are you doing a phone call? So you just go every step of the way. And the idea behind the journey is, let's get you from each step of that process to the next step. Let's try to automate it, and let's give yourself the best chance of getting from step 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. The last step being they've hired you as a client, and that's the goal.
Fantastic. So another example of a journey, you're talking about those low-hanging fruit, contacts that maybe worked with you a while ago that are ripe for opportunity to generate referrals or to, repeat business if they're in something like business law or another practice area where that's common. So you can actually set up journeys and assign a journey to a particular contact list, like old clients, and then say, send them an email every single week with this valuable information. Maybe it's a blog post. Maybe it's an invitation to an event at your firm. So you're able to segment and send out journeys on an ongoing basis. You set them up once, you can enroll a contact in any of the journeys that you create, and it just goes, which I love. But then I think one point that I want to hear your feedback on is having owned a law firm and run a law firm, which is before you got into legal tech way back when.
A long time ago now.
What does that do for you as a managing partner when you see that time that your staff has? Like, where do you focus your time? So you've implemented Lawmatics, it's running, you've got this great, contact engine, marketing engine running. Where do you take that staff time that you're saving and have them use it?
This is the business of law, right? This is your bottom line. These are things that you didn't go to law school for, and you didn't start your law firm to do. You started your law firm to practice. And you end up, what happens is, especially as a small law firm, you end up having to concentrate all this time on these things and you take away from representing your clients. And that's really what most lawyers want to do. So what you do at that time is you actually go back to doing what you're supposed to do, which is practicing law. You leave this on autopilot. That's the whole point, right? The journeys will take care of themselves. You can go in and you can look at the data, right? We want you to consume data. We want you to see areas where, hey, I can improve here. I'm losing clients in my funnel at this point, so I need to start dedicating some attention there. So you can use some of that time to actually really hone in on areas that will help you the most. But really, you're going to actually practice more. This stuff is going to be on autopilot, and it should be. Let the business side of it be handled by Lawmatics, and we'll give you insights, and then you just go and be a really good lawyer.
Yeah, and the marketing automation is key. I mean, if you're just starting out, it's often that like law firms will duct tape a bunch of things together.
Yeah.
I'm using like 5 tools. I'm using a scheduler. I'm using electronic signature. I'm using MailChimp. I'm using, all of these different tools cobbled together. And I think that we don't really realize how much of like a rabbit hole that is.
Yeah.
And you end up spending like close, if not the same amount of money between your time and the individual software subscription. So I give you so much credit. You've finally like packaged it all together.
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited for you.
Your help.
Congratulations.
Your help too.
Well, we've been together for a long time, and Matt, like just so much excitement around this product.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks.